Look, it's a Wally cup with Eva on one side. Yeah. We'll wait for a couple more people to come. Let's see. I got my thing right there. Got my mud water or my rise coffee, mushroom coffee, whatever it's called. Yeah, I just wanted to go live because I need to get today's live stream over with basically, but we're just waiting for that recovery bounce right now. We are getting one for Bitcoin, but the altcoins haven't moved yet. So obviously there's a delay and there's always going to be a lag between Bitcoin going up and then altcoin. So like I guess to give you guys like perspective, like my coin, it did go up a little bit. I mean, from the bottom it is up 8%, which isn't bad, but I need a lot more than that. I need a lot more than 8%. Jafanto says, "What's up? What's up, man?" That's funny. That's so funny. It is pretty bearish. I know. I mean, look at this chart. I really can't argue with people that are saying it's bearish because my coin's very bearish. So, what's up, Knights of Insomnia? Good morning and good afternoon. I think you're in the States, right? I think it's like, well, it's 9:30 over here, so it's probably 9:30 or 12:30 your time. Zebic is gonna moon. I don't know. Let's see. Did we get some sort of recovery bounce from Zebic yet? Let's see. Yeah, we are. We're green. We're getting a little bounce right now, but we need to break out over 2047. 2047 is key resistance that we need to break out, and then 1.5 cents is in play. If we break below 2035, we are in for a deeper correction, just my opinion. We might get something like this where we come down and then we eventually like break out of this downtrend. So it might just take longer, but XCN hit a bottom. I don't know. Did it? Is it green right now? I hope it is. Damn, it's not. It does look like it's... Yeah, I don't know if it's bottomed yet. We do need to get back over 1 cent 20 because right now we are in support. And we are using 1 cent 24 right now as resistance. But once that breaks, then the next target on the upside is retesting the 618 at 2 cents 40. Hey. Damn, dude, she's like ripping up that bag. Hope all is well. I was just about to ask about XCN. Yeah, so, man, where's the steam? There's no steam right now for XCN. But, so I guess, I mean, we're going up right now, so you don't want to be bearish while we go up. At least get some sort of recovery rally. Get some sort of relief rally in play. I don't know how high it's going to go, though. You don't want to come back up here. Same with this. Get stuck at previous support, which is now resistance at 1 cent 24. My alts just went up a few hundred. Yeah, I think mine just went up, what, like $300 from for Dojo on Mars, 8%. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, come here. Come here. You're making so much noise over there. Come on. Dang. Just like going crazy with that bag. Let's see. Can you check Aptos? Damn, I don't think we've checked Aptos in a while. Hey. I don't know if you guys can hear her chattering. There are birds outside. Yeah, we haven't done Aptos in a while. I'm not a big fan of these coins that come out that are huge market caps and then they have big token unlock schedules. Like, look, like literally it has such a big token unlock schedule all the way out to 2032. I don't like that personally, but I will take a look at it for you. It doesn't mean that it can't go up. So don't get that, don't get it like mixed up. It is still bearish as long as we are under $5.57 and then bullish over 710. It just means we could come back up to either of these points, get stuck, make a lower high, and validate this downtrend. So we do need to break this area. Once that does, $10 is in play. And then once we get that breakout, then we can say, hey, to the moon. But until then, it's just going to be getting stuck at resistance at either of these points if we do get that recovery rally, which is why it's so important to sell on the way up, to at least take profits on the way up, which is what I always say. But nobody does because we're all moon boys, and I get it. We all want it to go up. We all want to have as many coins as we can. So I totally understand. Rosh says Swiftcoin. So we just posted an update on Swiftcoin yesterday. Please go check that out because that does help. That does help the channel. That does help the channel. That's funny. Yeah, so we're getting some sort of bounce. We're getting some sort of recovery rally. This is good. This is nice. What is this? Yeah, you got like 25%. This is pretty good. I mean, when you compare it, just like I showed you guys earlier with Dogecoin on Mars, like when your coin goes up 25%, that shows a lot of strength. So that's really good. Like in comparison with XCN or even Dogecoin, it was like 8%. It was barely any sort of bounce, right? You don't want to see that. You do want to see a strong bounce because if we get some sort of pullback again, then you still have some sort of a protection. At least you got some sort of protection bounce, which will prevent you from making a lower low, which I think that's what this was because we were going to be bearish anyway. So yeah, Swiftcoin, we're just still waiting to break out over 1 cent 15 to 1 cent 50. Once you get a breakout, 2 cents 30, and then my target at 8 cents is in play. The poor farmer says, thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother, on the info. You are absolutely welcome. Thank you for stopping by the live stream. I have some prop firm challenges on BTC. Any advice where BTC can hit resistance today? That's a good question. I mean, you want me to do it on the daily? I don't. I know some people do it. I'm going to be buying on the weekly and the daily when we do hit the bear market. Just FYI, which we're gonna. I always want to say this because I want to, I guess not condition you guys, but I want to let you guys know that that's going to be my plan next cycle, which is just bringing up my Robinhood and actually buying and making videos on just buying Bitcoin, because I'm not doing this altcoin crap anymore in the future. So it's just going to be dollar cost averaging down, buying when the RSI is oversold. Because in a bear market, when the RSI hits oversold, you make lower lows and it does mark some sort of bottom. So it does kind of mitigate your losses. So once the bear market started, the first time the daily RSI was oversold was here. Okay. So you actually, say I put in $1,000 here. I actually did have the opportunity to sell for $300. Just an example. But if I didn't, then that $1,000 dollar cost averaging down all the way to the bear market would have been $550. But it doesn't matter because we know Bitcoin's going to go up. So that 550 ended up turning to 6x, so $3,000, $3,500. So that's why it's so important to dollar cost average down when the RSI is extremely oversold. Not just, whenever. Any advice where it can hit resistance today? I don't know. Let's look at it on the hourly. I mean, we landed on support perfectly. Look at this. 111,900 is where I see it hitting resistance today. If we get a breakout from that area, then that's the best case scenario. But a breakdown will make us actually come back down and make a lower low. And again, it's so important. I think that If this box breaks at 100 to 108, I do think that the top is in and we're in for a deeper correction. Hello, just bought some more MOG. Hope it's bouncing back up. I think it had a nice bounce, right? Matthew Dropco's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I mean, you bought it when the RSI is oversold, right? So, like, for example, Matthew Dropco, this guy, he bought MOG right here. And the last time that it was oversold was here and here, okay? So you see how that marked some sort of bottom? I mean, you probably have to hold it for March, April, so a month. So maybe in a month from now, you're going to get a lower low, and then that's going to be it. But you still mitigated your losses, I guess. Minimized your losses because you bought when the RSI was extremely oversold, and that does mark a bottom, generally speaking. So yeah, you bought a perfect bottom. I would say that that position, like with that position that you bought, we do still have resistance here at 6074, 6080, and 95. So we could come back up to either of those levels and get stuck still. But a breakout from there should send you back up to 501. So, I mean, 501, yeah, that's like around 100%. So for Matthew Dropco, somebody that has a whole bunch of MOG and you bought now, theoretically, you could just 2x that position that you bought now and then take your profits. And if it runs, it doesn't matter because you have your coins. And if you want to just hold it, then that's on you. But I'm done with altcoins. Yeah, me too. Like, are you kidding me? Dude, it's only going to be Bitcoin next cycle. This channel is only going to be Bitcoin next cycle. We're going to only be looking at Bitcoin. I'm going to be learning everything that I possibly can about all the indicators, like every chart that I possibly can find. And we're just going to be a Bitcoin maxi. And that's how I'm going to grow my channel next cycle. Just Bitcoin. That's it. And I'm going to be showing the buys. I'm going to have it on Robinhood, and there's no reason why I can't make it. Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too late for Bitcoin. It's too late." But I want to prove everybody wrong, and I want to actually make it with Bitcoin by putting only a certain amount of money in, like even not that much, but like $1,000. Anyway, smash the likes and subscribe. Silver Days is in the house. Let's go. I know she's literally like running around and biting these boxes and stuff. It's crazy. Lombard got in at yeah, we can take a look at Lombard in a second. Got in at 5066 this morning. That's a good amount. I mean, you literally bought at the, like, whenever we bring up these indicators, this would have been the time where I'm like, hey, buy. But you did buy here, understandably too, because the RSI was close to oversold. It doesn't have to come back down to oversold, right? So this could have theoretically been a bottom, which it was. You got some sort of bounce, but unfortunately we made a lower low. So you're buying the bottoms, which is good, Matthew Jopko. No more bets. No more bets. Friday I bought like 6 euros, 63 and 64. Next cycle, BTC only for me too. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly where I'm going to buy. And I'm going to show you guys kind of like right now. Like if I were to buy MOG, it would be right now. Because look, the last time this was the case was back in April. And the timing is going to be everything. Especially for Bitcoin. The timing is going to be everything. Because, you know, you only have so much capital. I only have so much capital to work with. So I'm going to try to get in at the bottom. We're going to be looking at BTC on the weekly. And keep in mind, and this is so important, especially if you're playing the long game, which I am. So if you look at Bitcoin on the weekly, which is where these Bitcoin's only really been extremely oversold on the weekly a couple times, right? So last time, I'm not going to go all the way back, but yeah. So like December 2024, we were extremely oversold, and that marked the bottom. You see that? January 19th, that marked the bottom right here at 3,000, and then it was just all nothing but up. And then over here, we marked the bottom, right? I guess technically we went down a little bit, but I mean, I don't care, right? If you bought in, it went lower 22%. That is a pretty big drop, but $1,000, 880. That's sorry, 780. So I'm not worried about that. So on the daily, we're gonna be buying a little bit, like, I'm gonna be putting in like $1,000 in the bear market. But on the weekly, when we're gonna be looking at this, if this thing comes back down here, we know that it marks a bottom. Like, we have the information in front of us. There's only so much more selling pressure. And I did use this with my coins this last cycle, like this cycle, but unfortunately it doesn't work with altcoins because it's not a guarantee. I guess nothing's a guarantee, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, it's not a guarantee and nothing's for sure with altcoins. They might never actually go up. And I took that out of my calculation. Like, I didn't think about that. I thought we were going to at least get something. And I still do, given that we stay over these key areas of support, but it's becoming more and more unlikely. It feels like it's becoming more and more unlikely. So it's just literally super depressing. But anyway, I hope that made sense. I'm always going to repeat that. I'm always going to keep saying that because it's super important, because that's how I think I'm going to make it next cycle. Tagzilla says, Forta. Oh yeah, you commented on my video. Hey, thanks for coming. Thank you for coming, because I'll take a look at it on the live stream for you. I did get a super chat, so let me look at that first. Shubim G. Hey brother, can you please check Swiftcoin holding to 10 cents soon? So we just looked at Swiftcoin, but I'll take a look at it again for you. I would say maybe take profits at 8 cents. So here are my targets. So we got a nice recovery rally right now. We got a nice bounce. We do still need to get through resistance at 1 cent 15 to 1 cent 50. Once that breaks, the next target is 2 cents 30 and a breakout. I do think that this cycle, at minimum, it's going to be 8 cents 30, and then anything over that, it's good for you, Moon Boy. But personally, if I was holding Swiftcoin, I would probably start taking profits at 8 cents 30, given that the top isn't in yet. But that's just me. So thank you so much for the $2.79. I really appreciate that. Give me a second. I need to turn on the fan. And I guess the light, right? Because it's kind of dark in here. I lost 4 BTC on Kraken Pro leverage trading. Yeah, I'm never going to leverage trade. I'm never going to trade, really. My whole idea was buy and hold. And I know a lot of us did that, and unfortunately it didn't work out this cycle. Because it's super simple. Oh, I just buy Dogecoin and I just dollar cost average. I buy every single dip. But what happens if it never goes up? And that's what it feels like right now. So there's a lot of fear right now because it's like, oh, we're not going to get alt season and our coins are all the way down at the bottom. What's going to happen? For first 3 months of trading, I got lucky and I thought I knew what I was doing. When Iran started shooting missiles, I lost it all, man. Damn. It's okay. The best way to think about it is if you've done it, you did it before, and now you know how easy it is to like get rid of it. Or sorry, not get rid of it, lose it. So now you know for next time. Like next time you make it, just make sure you remember those feelings and make sure you're like, oh man, I never want to feel bad about losing everything again. So you at least like kind of restructure your game plan. It's all about having a game plan, but again, I get it. A lot of us are like, hey, I want to put all my money in because maximum return, I don't want to sell anything because I don't want to leave money on the table. You're not going to have any money on the table to begin with if you like at the end of it, if you don't sell and if you don't hold. Like I always say, making money is one thing, but keeping it is another. So try to it's really hard because you have to it's almost like reprogramming yourself. And I get it. It's really hard for me too. But, at what point is it enough? Like if you're risking $100,000, you have to say, hey, maybe $200,000 isn't enough for you, but it should be, right? You should be like, hey, I'll at least take my initial profit out and then play with the rest or whatever. You don't need 2 million. $1 million is good, but I hope that made sense. That doesn't mean I don't want it to drop a zero again. That doesn't mean I don't want it to drop a zero again or two. I'm not sad for whatever reason. No, I think Mog's a good play. I don't think Mog's going anywhere. Matthew Dropco. Always run a stop. All is what I absolutely learned, man. But also take profits and just keep that. I need XCN to do a 3 to 5x to recover my losses. I think XCN can. Yeah, I think. XCN, keep in mind also, XCN did a monster move, man. It did a 75x from the low. Monster move this cycle. And we almost came up to 76. There's no reason why we can't come up here to 5 cents 60. So I would say, best case scenario, you get another 4x. Or you get stuck at the 618 again. So you really have to consider that, okay? 2 cents 20. 2 cents 20 to 2 cents 40. Short term 2 cents 40. Macro target 2 cents 20. So we have resistance at that within that range. And then 5 cents 60. So, there's no reason why I can't go back up to that area. But another thing is that if it does actually come back up here and double top at the 786, what makes you think it's not going to just come back up to 18 cents? So maybe take profits or take your money back out at 5 cents and then let the rest ride to 18 and then at least make some money. But Mozzie TV for $10. Yo, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you. I bought around 77K this year. Damn. Me too. I'm done after alts this cycle. Yeah. Trump can say something. I mean, it all goes to crap before we ever see an alt season. That's true. And that's going to eliminate a lot of people. I like your channel, man. You're a nice guy. Thank you. And I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for the compliment and nice words. I mean, we're all here because we're all trying to make it. I got in the wrong coins. That's why I'm so adamant about only buying Bitcoin next cycle, because we know, and it's super simple. Like when we look at that chart, it's a no-brainer. Like we know we're going to get bear market. We know we're going to get that 50 to 60% drops. And I'm sick and tired of Bitcoin capitulating 50% and then my portfolio going down 90. We already know that's going to happen, So it's like, I'm just going to buy Bitcoin, man. I'm done with Dogecoin. I'm done with all these other random coins. Like, if you don't get in early, it's just a 4-year rug, in my opinion. I'm beginning to think people are getting out of XRP since it seems Ripple is only concerned about RLUSD and other stable creations. I understand XRP is the gas token for Ripple network, but people can buy this stablecoin on any exchange. Yeah, but isn't there some sort of mechanism on the back to actually use, like in order to use that, don't you have to pay with XRP? Oh yeah, Forta, dude, I'm sorry. To the guy who asked for Forta, I'm really sorry. I'll make a video just in case he left. Yeah, we actually broke down. Hey, where's Aloe at? Taking a look at Forta on the live stream. So we actually broke down and made an all-time low for Forta. Keep in mind the daily RSI is extremely oversold. So if we do get some sort of recovery and relief rally right now, the next area of resistance as of right now on the macro time frame for Forta is going to be 8 cents to 11 cents. So we might come up, wick somewhere here, and then actually come back down, make a lower low. So you have to decide at what point you want to sell, because once we do break out of this area, given that we've bottomed, then I'd say the bottom is in, and then we can get the bull run for Forta. But as of right now, it is obviously very bearish. We did just put in all-time lows 3 days ago at 5 cents. And I mean, are they releasing coins? Yeah, it does look like they are releasing coins, which I'm not a big fan of. You can see that the price is going down and the market cap is actually going up, which means that it isn't, they are inflating their coins. So I'm not a big fan of that. So just be careful with that. And that's pretty much it for Forta. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support. All right, just in case that guy left, I'm going to be posting that video afterwards. Yeah, just Mozzie TV next cycle, just buy Bitcoin with me. And you don't have to put in 77K. Like I'm not going in all in. I'm gonna put in $1,000 at a time, and I'm gonna do it strategically when the daily RSI is oversold, and then when the weekly RSI is oversold, like we get every once in a while. Because look, all the information is right here. We're both looking at the same thing. When the weekly RSI is oversold, and we know that generally it marks some sort of bottom, that's when I'm going to be like, all right, I think I might put in a little bit more than just $1,000 because on the macro time frame, I think that we've bottomed. But yeah, we do that, and we get a 5 to 10x next cycle if we're lucky. That's not bad, I don't think that's bad. I'll take a 5 to 10x, and then we just repeat it. Do it do it all over again. I'm gonna buy it on Robinhood, so obviously I'm gonna be capitalizing on it because I'm gonna like record videos when we do it on the live streams, and I'm gonna be like, oh, this is when I'm buying it. Like my first time buying Bitcoin. You don't need to be a millionaire to buy Bitcoin, because I think that's how I'm gonna grow my channel. I think a lot of people are gonna be more inclined to buying Bitcoin as opposed to garbage altcoin that unfortunately we might or might not ever see alt season with. But Coinbase has reduced its XRP holdings because either people sold their old stuff or they removed XRP to cold wallet. Coinbase only keeps the amount to have, so it's 1-to-1. Oh, wow. Same, I'm buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Yeah, I was thinking of Solana and Ethereum too, but I don't know how much capital I'm probably only going to be working with 10 to 20 grand if I don't make it with alt season. That's why for me it's going to be like $1,000 at a time, and then maybe like it'll be a little bit more when the weekly RSI hits oversold. But there's no way I can't turn 10 to 20k next cycle into 100k. And for me, I'm happy with that. I wish I had made that this cycle, but it hasn't happened yet. So Tagzilla is still here. Well, I'm gonna be posting the video after this so you can see it again. But like, hey, good luck. If you're buying right now, you're kind of like, you're buying a bottom, but I don't know what's going on with it because it just put it in an all-time low. So just be careful with it, Tagzilla. Maybe consider if you do get that recovery bounce, maybe take profits or something, but not financial advice. But I think I would be more inclined to take profits, especially if my coin just made an all-time low. I will be in on Bitcoin after alt season. Let's go. So Vince and Mozzie TV are in. Let's go. That's good. That's good. And you guys can do however much money you want, but we're going to be looking at it. We're going to be patient because look, on the daily RSI when it's extremely oversold, like I would have put in $1,000 August 23rd, right? And then we would have had to wait until June. So August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So we would have had to wait 10 months in order for the daily RSI to hit oversold again. And then if it did it again, this one was sooner. It was like August. So it was June to August, right? So that was like only a couple months. But from here to here, that's 10 months. So you can't get impatient and be like, oh, I'm going to buy. But I want to buy at the lowest possible times as I possibly can. But you guys can do it. You guys can do whatever you want. Even if we are in a bear market, because you never know when the bull market starts. What's up, Dead Money? Man, I haven't seen you in like a year. I think I will make a savings plan at BTC after summer 2026. Yeah. That's good. I have when I capitulated and sold my OXT, thank God, because it's actually lower now. I sold it at 550 in June. So I sold it in June, like over here. Yeah, so 550. And it actually ended up going up, and I was like, oh my God, here we go. Of course, my luck, right? I sold it at the bottom, but then it actually went lower. So I hope it goes up for the people that still have it. Obviously, I don't want to wish that it goes to zero just because I sold after 4 years. But I took that money and I just put it in my account in a separate account, like in a savings account. And that's like my crypto money, right? So it's like around 10K. And the reason why I'm saying 10 to 20K is because I still have Dogecoin on Mars. So I still have a chance of making it this cycle. But if I don't, then I have at least like some money to like that I'm comfortable with putting in crypto into BTC. That's the money that I'm going to be putting into BTC gradually during the bear market. And I'm going to try to just make it happen with that money. I'm definitely rotating my gains into Bitcoin. Yeah, I know that's what I'm hoping to do, but I don't have any gains. Like we just put in a bottom for my coin, right? Like, I mean, this chart, like, look, like it's the lowest that it's been for the past 4 years. So only so much I can work with here. And keeping it in cold storage, yeah. So how does that work? I mean, I know what cold storage is, but can it never get hacked? And then is it a physical thing? And also, like, can I buy on Robinhood and also put it into cold storage, or no? Do I need to buy it on somewhere else? XRP is, I think, let's look at XRP for silver days. Yeah, XRP is having a recovery bounce, recovery rally right now. I mean, you went up 4%. That's not bad. I mean, Swiftcoin went up 25%. I'm really hoping we see a bigger recovery bounce for XRP. We should get it. We should get it. Just everything lags after Bitcoin goes up. $3. We need to break this previous area of resistance, previous area of support, which is flipped resistance for XRP, and then double top in a breakout. I still think that $6.54 is the target right now for XRP. So I think XRP is going to 650. There's no reason why I don't like, dude. There's no way like it can't hit up to like 5 to 650 this cycle. So Lord Ben said BTC dominance must go up for a rally for alt season to have a chance to happen. I mean, that's kind of what we're getting right now, right? So Bitcoin dominance must go up for a rally. So Bitcoin dominance is going up with the price, obviously. Yeah, what you don't want to see is Bitcoin dominance going up with the price going sideways or going down. I guess, yeah, you want to see Bitcoin dominance going up, Bitcoin price is going up, and then what? Bitcoin dominance. I guess that makes sense. So if it goes up here, makes a lower high, and then it basically just kind of like stays here with the price moving sideways, and then having Ethereum dominance go up and shoot up and get us to that $8 to $12 or $8 to $14,000 mark. Then you get Ethereum dominance going up while prices going up, and then eventually that's going to happen with Ethereum too, where Ethereum is going to go sideways and then money is going to inflow into altcoins, and then both Ethereum dominance and Bitcoin dominance will drop, and then that's when we're going to get alt season. That hasn't happened yet. I don't know when that's going to happen. That's literally what I thought was going to happen in Q1. I thought it was going to happen every single month this year. So I might as well just keep it going until December, because I have no idea. I don't have any gains collectively right now either. Yeah, Pyth and W. It's what's keeping me close to even. Pyth? But isn't Pyth at its all-time low? Oh, sorry. No, I was thinking of... Wait, what's that one that Dwayne Killy Kelly always asks for? Was it Pyth? No, it was the one that that's like always $1. I don't know, but let's just check Pyth for you. It is, yeah. I mean, it's maintaining an uptrend. That's pretty good. They are releasing coins. Be careful. Doesn't mean it can't go up. I always have to say that because I don't want to like FUD people out. Yeah, what'd you have? A 382 retracement? Yeah, you had a 382 retracement. Man. Low key, like, what if like Dogecoin has a 382 retracement and then I just get out and I just cut my losses? Yeah, 382 retracement for Dogecoin is going to be, I guess, let's just keep it because I don't want to change it. A 382 retracement is going to be around a 2x, so it's like, what, 30 grand? And then I'll have like 43 to play with crypto next cycle. I mean, might as well. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, but you could tell I'm sick and tired of this. If you make a video on math token, I will watch it. Got like 5K in it. Yeah, I'll take a look at math for you. We used to look at math. Do you remember when math had that monster run? Dude, I got so many subscribers here. I got so many subscribers when math went up here. Like when we had this run for math. It was great, but I think math ended up breaking down to the 786, right? No, yeah, it's super bearish. Very, very, very bearish for math, unfortunately. Taking a look at math on the live stream. So we haven't looked at this coin in a while since I guess the last time math was bullish. On the macro time frame, you had 2618 retracements at 74 cents, and then that's all she rode. Made a lower high, and you've been in a downtrend ever since. Price is unfortunately bearish under 16 cents, and it's bullish over 29 cents. Once you get a breakout, then you do need to get a break over 74 cents. I don't know if it's going to come all the way back up to 74 cents. It might hit resistance at 47 cents before making a lower high. But once it does get a breakout over 74 cents, I'd say math to the moon, extremely bullish, previous high, and then all-time highs would be in play. But as of right now, none of that is valid until we break this box and until we start going up from here, because it's very bearish under 16 cents. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Yeah. Dude, I was getting 1,000 subscribers every single month. It was the best feeling ever. I think I went from like 3,300 subscribers to 6,000 like only a couple months, and then now my last 30 days has been down to like $200 to 300 subscribers for the last 30 days, which is brutal. I'm trying to get to 10K, I'm trying to get to 100K, I'm trying to get to 1 million, I'm trying to get to 1 billion. Let's see. New all-time highs, no chance, dude's been right all year. New all-time highs or no chance. Dude's been right all years. I hope so. Doge looks ready to pump. Either way, I learned a lot about building a more balanced portfolio. Yeah, seriously. Can't put it all into alts and hope. I know, that's exactly, but that's what I did. That's literally what I did with OXT and with Dogelon. So if I had put that money into Bitcoin, I would be at like 250 grand right now, which is brutal. Like if I had just put that money that I had invested into OXT into Dogelon Mars, I would have had like $200,000 to $250,000, if not more. It's just so sickening. Shubumjeet says, can you look at Vara Network? Solo. Oh yeah. Hey, dude, this thing is so oversold. If you're buying Vara right now, you're waiting to get that bounce, but just make sure you get out. Make sure you get out with Vara, but let's look at Vara for you. We actually always look at this. Me and Aloe. I'm like, dude, if I could buy Vara right now, I would. So look at this. So the RSI is this most oversold that it's ever been. Okay. So if you're buying right now, for example, let's just say you buy $1,000 right now. If we get some sort of recovery rally, you have an opportunity to make between, let me see. Again, nothing's guaranteed. I'm just basing this off of what it's done in the past. Let's see. 170 to 400%. And the reason why, like where I'm getting that from, again, because it could just go straight up to the 618 at 3 cents and you could, to the moon. But playing it very conservatively, like every single time we have hit extremely oversold and got some sort of bounce, most importantly got some sort of bounce, like for example here, you had the opportunity to sell here, and that itself was between 83 and 148%. And then the time after that was here, right? And this is, strong, take this into consideration. It might actually not come back up to the 236, but we did get some sort of bounce, and you did have the opportunity. That itself was around 100%. And then even here, you had an opportunity to flip for 43%. But the reason why I think it's going to go a lot higher this time is because we have never been this oversold on Vara in the last 2 to 3 years that it's been out. So maybe this is a generational bottom, or maybe this thing is just getting delisted. Maybe this thing is going to zero because it has no volume and nobody wants it. So just be careful with that. If you're buying this coin, you're completely gambling. So just be careful with that. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And if you do buy it, good luck. And thank you so much for the 279. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's what I did too, since I just got into crypto this year, learning every day. Yeah, I've been in crypto I've known about crypto, and I've actually been in crypto since 2018, and I didn't learn. So I'm glad you're learning right now, because it's 7 years later, and I finally realized, oh, okay, like I'm just gonna buy Bitcoin, and I'm not gonna go all in at once. Like, is Vision going live today? Like, what is he doing? Is he making his food reviews? We're like 20. We have like 30 people in here. It's not bad. Hey, if you guys can go sub to my my little brother's channel. He's trying to make it on YouTube, eating nothing but Taco Bell. 330 subs. That's not bad. Big T. His name is Big Tony. Yeah, damn. 330, not bad. Big T food reviews. Definitely go check him out. I feel like I'm obligated to do that because when I first started, he helped me out a lot. He told me to change my screen to dark mode and to crop out my screen. I'll never forget that. That's really nice of him. And he shows my stream, and he like showed my channel sometimes on his channel. So I have to I feel like I have to do something for him at least. So I mean, I don't have to do anything, like, you know, screw that guy, but but I'm going to. Let's see. Doge looks ready to pump. I think he went on vacation or something since he was getting his car fluids done and fixing some leaks. Yeah, I actually did that earlier this year. I remember I told him, or I typed it in the chat. It's like, hey, I took my car in for an oil change, and then Toyota was like, oh, it's like $4,400 of repairs. I have an oil leak, and then like all this other stuff. And then I just took it to my trusted mechanic, and I gave him the paperwork. And I'm like, hey, they want like $4,400. Can you actually let me know what I need done, and if I need this done, and then if I do need it done, how much can you guys do it for? And because I got my oil changes and mostly everything at the dealership, but any secondhand stuff, no, I'm not going to do it there because they overcharge on it. And then they ended up fixing everything with the exception of one thing that they said you don't need it fixed, and it was like $200 more, but it was still like total it was $1,200. So I paid like $1,200 for it as opposed to like $4,400. So I don't know if he takes his I don't think he takes his car to dealerships, because I remember when I said, hey, like I only buy my cars and go get oil changes from dealerships, I remember he was like, oh my gosh, like that's too much money or something like that. Like it's you're paying too much money buying cars from dealers or something like that. So maybe he is taking his car to like his trusted mechanic, but that is crazy. That is a lot of money. I hate car repairs, but the way I think of it is like, hey, if you don't have a car payment, and if you do like repairs every single year that costs $1,500 or $2,000 even, it's still a good deal because you don't have car payments. You don't have to worry about it. And it's like, oh yeah. So I paid basically for me to drive my car this year, the way that again, if it could go until February of next year, is like, oh, hey, I paid $1,200 and that's like my car payment. So that's the way I think of it. Been live for 45 minutes. That's not bad. We've got another like 15-20 minutes, depending on how the stream goes. Vision posted this morning. Yeah, I watched the video. He sounded like he was like this. He sounded very he sounded like he just spent a lot of money on his car repairs. He was talking about mid-October being a rally, but you know how he is, tells it how it is. Yeah, it's super bearish. That's what it is. And it's the truth. We'll know. We'll know when it's bullish because we'll be happy. You know, we'll all be happy. We'll all be making money. LDO update, please. What's up, Magic? Welcome to the live stream. I've never seen you here, so thank you so much for the sub. Well, he bought the car from like a second tier place. He got the extended warranty, thankfully, but now he's paying them lots of money to get the other stuff done out of pocket. But he did say there was a leak, and I think he's afraid to take it anywhere other than where he bought it from. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he'll be fine. I am sure he'll be fine. We just need to go over there and super chat and send him tons of love in super chat. Magic Mike says LDO. Oh, is that liquid or something? Yeah, Lido DAO. That's what it is. Lido DAO. I mean, there's really nothing to look at here. It's just literally it came out and it's just doing the same thing. So what is this? Is this supposed to be like a stable coin? Because that's what it looks like it is. I'd say from the high to the low. Yeah, bullish over 105. You came back and retested this area of resistance as support. You're making lower highs though, so you're in this channel right now, unfortunately. If we break below 105, 73 cents is in play. You might get a recovery rally back up to 105, get rejected, make a lower high and continue this downtrend and validate this downtrend and this channel. But the target on the upside as of right now, technically over 105 is 191, and then a breakout should send you back up to 292 in previous high, and then from there to the moon. Car problems are the worst. They never happen as yeah, I know. Car problems are the worst. That's why I liked buying new cars. But then I was like, you know what? Like if we want to buy a house, or if we like, you know, the priorities kind of change, right? It's like, I don't really like need a nice car right now. I don't really want, like, you know, if I make it with crypto, and if I make, you know, if I get enough subscribers and YouTube actually gets me, you know, I get a good amount of ad revenue and revenue in general on YouTube, I feel like at that point then I'll get a nice car, because then I could justify it. But that's after obviously like buying a house and starting to build equity. It's just very, very, very difficult to do that where I live, which none of you guys know. But obviously you guys know it's in California. But just all of California is just like very expensive. But yeah, that car had a major failure as soon as he bought it. So without warranty, he would have just been screwed. But it's a lemon, right? Isn't that what it's called? Like a lemon? Yeah, I feel like if I was him, I would definitely be like, hey, what the hell? Like, I want a refund. I would tell them, like, hey, I want to, you know, you guys farmed me. It's all farming. Like, people just basically, like, everywhere you go, that's literally, like, how I think of everything now. It's like, oh, like, how are these people trying to take money out of my pocket and put it in their pocket? And it's like, oh, you need an oil change? Hey, I need to replace your air filter, and that's going to be another $150. I'm like, so I could go to O'Reilly and get the filter for $23 and pop it out and put it in, but you guys want to charge me $150 to do that? What kind of nonsense is that? And that's exactly why I think that, hey, like, what else are they kind of overcharging for? If they're overcharging that openly for an air filter, what else are they, like, overcharging and charging beyond the reasonable amount for? Because something that's $23 and then you're asking you're asking $150 for it. That's not that small of a jump. That is like a markup of like what? 4 or 5, like 700%? Kind of garbage is that? Look at my prior comments. You read the last one, not from the beginning what I said. Maybe it's... Oh, okay. I think blah, blah, blah. I think he's afraid to... Yeah, I read that. Car problems, I read that. Maybe it's a family friend's place or something like that. I mean, that one place with the old man screwed him on fixing his AC for his Grand Marquis before he got his Chrysler. I think overall he's ahead on the 300, all because he bought the warranty. You're welcome, Magic. That car had major failures as soon as he bought it, so without that warranty, he would have been screwed. But he also didn't pay a lot for the car. I forgot what year it is, but it seems really nice. Yeah, it does seem really nice. Yeah, maybe, I mean, dude, if it's a family friend, then they better do it for free. Like, what? It's like, are they really giving him a hookup if they're charging a normal amount for the same thing? No. Probably not. It's like a hookup, a family hookup will be noticeable. It'll be very noticeable. Like, hey, I'm going to hook you up and I'm going to take care of you. Like, I got you because you're family. Not like, oh, hey, like, you're family, so you're just bringing it to me, but I'm going to charge you exactly the same amount. I guess it's just different cultures, In my culture, it's like, oh, no, you definitely go over and beyond to make sure someone's comfortable. But again, it's just culture. It's just that cultural barrier and differences. Moonbound is in the house. Everybody definitely go check out Moonbound. #1 Dogelon Mars content creator on YouTube, self-proclaimed. Let's see. Have you been going live? I haven't seen you go live. Have I not been getting notifications? Moonbound is in the house. Dogelon Mars Maxi here, man. Let's go. How are you, man? I hope all is well with you. Yeah, you streamed 2 days ago? When was this, though? Let's go.
Yo, YouTube, what's the word, y'all? What's up, man? What's up, man? Welcome back to the Dogelon Mars section. I'm your boy, Moonbound Crypto. And we're going to go over the basics till we hit this lick. Right now, we're investing in Dogelon Mars. Before we even get into any further ado, it's time to get our mind right. It's my favorite time of the day. Nah, man. It's my favorite time of the day.
I like that. Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah, StreamYard and you got Moonbound Crypto, man. Hell yeah.
Okay. On my last part of the grabber.
All right, let's show some love to Moonbound. Hold on, I gotta make sure. I guess it doesn't show all my information. So, what are you guys gonna do with the last 4 digits of my card? Let's show some love to Moonbound. Let's go, bam.
Yeah,
hey man, sorry, that's all I can afford right now, man.
Back in that.
That's all I can do right now, man. Dogelon, you already know. You know Dogelon. You look at Dogelon every single day. Yeah, dude. Hey, when Dogelon's down here, man, the most I can do is the $2 super chats. Hell yeah, yeah. I like the shades. I like the beanie. I like the jersey. Wait, what jersey is that? Is that Chiefs? Or is that Atlanta? Huh, I don't know what jersey that is. Let's see. We got 61 votes. That's not bad. Are we bullish in October? Let's go. Well, family and friend knows can be, or family friend knows can be different. So sometimes people always take a car to a place they aren't related or real family friends. I don't know. I get it, because if I knew somebody that did that as opposed to somebody that doesn't, at least I know that I can kind of trust them because I know them. regardless on whether they like charge me the same amount or not. I think my car will like it's a psychological aspect of thinking that your car is going to be in better hands. So I get that. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Moonbound Crypto. I'm sure the warranty price that has the dealer garage got for replacement, the head gasket or whatever failed, normally would get. So any maintenance stuff, they can just pad that until they make their money back off of doing the warranty. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if like that's how it worked. Not like the way you said it, but like imagine if they're like, oh man, we have to pay for that and it's gonna be $5,000. So let's just cover that, and then whenever he brings his car again, let's just say stuff is wrong all the way up until we recoup our $5,000. That's crazy. It's an old school jersey. It says Montana on the back. Oh, okay. I thought it was like a football team. I don't watch football. I used to watch football back in the day, like when was it? Dude, how long ago was that? Like 17 years ago. Oh my god, like 18 years ago. Yeah, I used to watch. I like the Dallas Cowboys, but they sucked, and they were always a disappointment. Also the Chargers, but they suck too, and they're also a disappointment. So I stopped watching football like 20 years ago. 15 to 20 years ago, somewhere around there. I googled for him, and on the live what it cost the transmission fluid and differential, it was like half the price of what they were charging him. Yeah, but also like what about if it's based on where he lives? But since he probably lives in somewhere around there, it's doubled what it would be in Ohio because the cost of living is more. Yeah, that's true. Like my oil changes for my Toyota Corolla is $100 right now for non-synthetic. It's just literally just $100. It's a 2008 Toyota Corolla. Like you can't get anything more like cheap than that car. Yeah, Moonbound's in the house, man. Once I get this like 7X, man. Once I get this, dude, like, are we gonna go back up to all-time high? 28X? Oh my gosh. At that point, it'll probably be like, yeah, I can't wait to get out. I can't wait to get out. Yeah, you could tell I've been looking at cars, but I actually just installed a head unit. I just detailed my car. Like, they shampooed all the seats. They like cleaned everything. They did a very good job. He came over to like in front of our place and cleaned everything, and it was a special, so it was $200 for again shampooing, cleaning, detailing everything, like all that gunk like on the like in the center console or like everywhere, like he like shampooed and got all that gunk out. So it's literally like a brand new car on the inside and smells really nice. It doesn't smell all old and whatever anymore. It's been 2 years since we've had this car, and it was only $200, which is well worth it. Did a really good job. And then after that I went and got a head unit. So I got Apple CarPlay, so wireless CarPlay, because before I had like literally it was like a broken radio, and you put discs in it. So and the cassette. So I don't know how old. I don't know if you. I mean, Matthew Jobco knows. Remember, like back in the day, you used to put the cassette in with the auxiliary cord. Yeah, so I had that, and then we had an extension on the auxiliary cord to put into our iPhones. So it was pretty bad. But I got rid of that after 2 years. Finally, I did it, and I think I paid a good price. So with the head unit, and then he got me a backup camera too. We paid $500 like out the door, with installation and everything, and they did a really good job too. So I think I got a good deal. He wanted 650, and I was like, oh, I can't do that, man. I'll just find another place. And he was like, and I've been to the guy before. I've tinted my windows over there before, And I told him that, and he's like, how much for you to come do it right now? And I was like, honestly, my budget was like $500. If you can do it for $500, like, and even if you're super slow, like, I don't have to do it right now. I'm not in a rush. Like, if you're busy right now and if you have other work, do it. But if you're ever slow, just give me a call and I'll do $500. And he was like, all right, man. You know what? For you, I'll do $500 out the door with taxes and everything. So I got it done for $500. Like, oh, sweet, man. I think that's a good. Plus, he said there was a leak, so maybe he needs a new gasket. Well, oh yeah, like an oil gasket. I needed that. That was the most expensive thing. I needed a new water pump and a new gasket, a new oil gasket or whatever. So overall, what he's paying for may be accurate for the area. It's gonna be glorious. Yeah, it is. I mean, I hope so, man. It smells like a new car. Literally, it smells like a new car. You know how like, cause like again, it's a 2008 Toyota. Like it's a very old sedan, reliable. Like has 100 and I bought it at 104,000 miles. In the last 2 years, it's at 135 now, 136. So we put like 30,000 miles on it, 20 to 30,000 miles on it in the last 2 years. Cause my wife and I we use the same car now. But it kind of smelled like like old car to begin with, but detailing it literally smells like a new car now. It smells so nice. Everything got shampooed, all that dirt, all that dust, like everything got wiped down. They like polished everything on the inside and everything, so it smells really good. You need to learn how to change your own oil. It's not that hard, but you have to place that you have but you have to have a place that accepts old oil for recycling. Most auto parts oil places take it to recycle. Bro, you really think I'm gonna you think I'm gonna mount my car and risk dying to change my own oil? I'll just pay like $100 like every 7 months or 6 months. That's fine. Plus, the company that comes and gets them to pays them, so they make money on it when you give it to them. But you gotta get a drain pan. I've seen that before, and what holds oil in a screw lid, on a screw lid. Dude, that sounds like way too much work, man. Are you kidding? I'm not about to go under my car first of all and risk dying. Okay. What if I go under my car and there's an earthquake and like it crushes my skull? You think that's how I want to die? No. I don't want to die like that. Nobody knows how they're going to die, but I'm not going to die under a car. Billy, bro. Is Billy going up? If it's not going up, I'm going to ban you. I'm just joking. Okay, Billy's going up. Oh, look. This is like that guy that came in for Vara. Same concept, right? You're up 10% now from when I bought. Well, sorry, I would buy. I didn't buy this, but why it's super important to look at the stock RSI and the RSI, right? It's like, hey, you basically put in a bottom. Last time we were here was back here, and you put in a bottom before we went up, so whether we make a lower low and make a higher low on here and create some sort of bullish divergence, I do think that the bottom is in. So you're attempting to go back up to 2.05 to 1 cent. Breakout should send you to 3 pennies. That's pretty much it for Billy. Oh, let me go put this and let me get some water. Hey, does anybody want to buy some Pokemon cards? Let me see. Did you know that Kadabra was only printed? So the card Kadabra, so there's Abracadabra and then Alakazam for Pokemon. Did you know that there was a guy that sued Pokemon back in the day? So when Pokemon came out with base set and base set 2 and then all the way to Team Rocket, which is what I have, the dark Pokemon. There's a guy whose name was Kadabra, and he sued Pokemon, and he actually ended up winning. And instead of Pokemon paying perpetuity for using his name, they chose not to print Kadabra for 20 years. It's been 24 years, and he finally released it, and he was finally able to, and they're finally now reprinting Kadabras. Fun story, fun Pokemon story, but anyway. Dude, everything is a risk. You don't have to put your car in the air with just a bumper jack. It's like the 70s. Not only put the suns under the frame, but you jack it up, but some people take the extra step of putting some tires on solid objects under as a backup. Yeah, that sounds like way too much work, man. Honestly, it's not worth, like I'd rather just pay like what is it, like $80, $90, $100. I'd rather just pay $100 every like 6 months to do it. It's not that much of a strain. But I mean, that would be sick because I don't have to drive my car anywhere. Like, I don't have to actually drive anywhere. But also, when I do get my oil changes, I do ask them to look at everything. So again, last time they looked at everything and they told me I had an oil leak. How am I supposed to know if I have an oil leak? Like, I don't really know anything about cars, and I think I'm way too past the point of my life of actually trying to become a grease monkey. Dwayne Kelly for 5 beans doesn't say anything. Let me know what you want me to look at for you, Dwayne Kelly. And thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that. Nice super chats today. I got like 3 of them. Let's go. 3 super chats today in 1 hour, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Whatnot good app you sell your cards to? No, I'm not on Whatnot. I'm not selling my cards. I'm not gonna sell them. I'm not gonna sell them. I'm not gonna sell them and pay fees on Whatnot or stuff. I'm just gonna put it on OfferUp or eBay when I decide to sell it, and I'll just sell it like that. Not eBay even, because I want cash. I'll probably take it to a card show and sell it that way. It's not too much work. Do you even take your garbage out to the curb? Damn! Do you even take your Yes, I do. I do take the garbage out to the curb, and there's spiders all over my bin. And it's brutal. You could trip and twist your ankle. No, that's a long shot. You're reaching for that. The dealer has having the dealer do an inspection is good too. That's okay. I like that. And again, it's an old car, so I'm not gonna know. Like, what about if the timing belt needs fixed? I guess you could argue you could just put a flashlight and see if it's cracked and stuff. I'm not that dumb. But I just I like when they do the full inspections, because then I know exactly what I need replaced, and then I could just go do it at somewhere for cheaper, like I did last time. Beam Tau. Okay, let's see. Beam. Is Beam over the 236 with this fell off? Is Beam over the 236 with the sell off? Hopefully it is. Yeah, it is. That's pretty good. So it's still actually maintaining levels over the 236. Keep in mind for Beam, as of right now, target on the upside is still valid at 1 cent to 1 cent 70. So just keep in mind we might get a big impulsive move up soon. If the market is turning bullish again, you're looking at 35% to 134%. Anything past that, we need to reassess the situation at that point. But Beam is pretty good because we had a sell-off and we actually ended up staying over the 236, which is very, very good. That's really bullish. It seems like it's turning bullish on the macro time frame right now. And then Tau. Where's the full chart for this? Yeah, it's everything's still valid. You came up, actually you came down and retested the 382S as support, which is 297. You are making lower highs right now and you're validating this downtrend. It needs to stay over 297, otherwise you are probably going to get a bigger move down to 235. And then retesting this area as resistance at 297. And again, what that's doing is risking this, you continuing this downtrend. But if you do get this breakout, then retesting the 618 is in play. And then from there to the moon. But it needs to stay over 297. And the targets on the upside are still valid, which is 561 and 788. The RSI is close to being oversold now. So last time we did put in a bottom before. I guess you put in a bullish, this was a bullish divergence. You made a lower low, and then you started going up from here. So lower low, higher low here. I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but yeah, right now you're still over the 382, so it is still bullish. 294. No financial advice, just my opinion. Yeah, timing belt is totally maintenance thing. Most dealers at garage put a sticker under the hood timing belt cover with the mileage, change it. You really got to keep that changed in a timely manner when it's recommended. Yeah, because if it doesn't, it's going to snap and it's going to destroy everything under your hood. And it's going to be tons of money in repair. It's never happened to me, but it happened to someone I knew. And I was like, bro, like you just can't, like you couldn't pay like $200, $300 or whatever it costs to change the timing belt. Yeah, I have Beam. I needed good news. Yeah, Ari, Beam is pretty good. Beam is attempting to break out. Yeah, Beam is attempting to break out. I think with that being said, I think that's pretty much it. We've been live for about an hour and 12 minutes. I got to clean the place, got to vacuum and do my do the chores. I got to take the trash out to the curb. Yeah, I have to vacuum and clean up the place. So I think we're going to call it here. So thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. And this is all just for entertainment purposes and nothing more. Have a great Sunday. Have a great rest of your day. I will be going live again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The reason why we are going live every single day is because I need to pump out as much content for the end of the month because I'm trying to hit my goal, and I'm not there yet. So that's why towards the end of the month, if I'm not where I want to be, I'm just going to try to grind out as many videos as I can and just pop as many videos as I can. So typically we don't live every single day, but right now I kind of need, that's why I'm going live every single day. So we will be going live again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Times. Have a great day, have a great night, and I'll catch everybody in the next live stream.